I'm lucky to have an ab.
They'll win best abs, we'll win most abs.
Newcomers to Greektown now.
From the Crystal City, weighing in at about 380, TJ Epic, Tail Cutters, CXR.
CXR stands for Critical X Revolution. Critical meaning their high impact style, for critical hits on their opposition. Revolution being their plan to revolutionize their careers and their place within tag team wrestling. CXR have made waves in the United States, including in the upstate New York area. They captured the ESW tag team titles just a night ago. Momentum is on their side. It's TJ Epics and Chael Connors who are jumping behind by Tommy and JP Grayson.
You know, the Graysons, under the tutelage of Johnny Cashmere, have had a real mean streak come out in them, and I'm a little freaked out now that we've got the Graysons, whose Ward is not here tonight, up against CXR, who's sporting Spider-Man tights. This seems to be DC versus Marvel.
Go of the Backseat Boy name back once upon a time in 1999. Started as an homage to the boy band craze back in the day. You saw a bit of an homage to that from the rhythmic dancing in Synchronicity with Tommy and JP, but not enough to get CXR off of their game. It is TJ Epics in the red trimmed tights, and it's his partner Chael Connors in the blue trimmed tights, if you're curious.
I find it very helpful to tell them apart. I noticed that JP has JP on his trunks, on his pants.
Yes, JP is the thicker of the two Graysons with the shorter hair. And check out the innovation from CXR. I think these are two sides of the same coin. All the Graysons never wanted to be that closely acquainted, but had no choice in that exchange. And into the cover is Epics, who finds two. We talked about Johnny Cashmere as a mentor to the new Backseatz, but what about CXR, who have been motivated and inspired and mentored? Nice cutter there. Oh, no counter out of it.
Counter into the leg drop.
2 count only. CXR mentored by another legendary tag team competitor, HC Loke.
Wow. A lot of history between these two teams.
Think back to the Carnage crew and early Ring of Honor days, teaming with Tony DeVito. And rapid fire offense here as the Graysons come back at Tommy Grayson.
Wow!
Just drop kicked Epics right in the face, and that nearly does it.
I'm going to say, there's going to be a lot of fast action here tonight. These two teams, similar area. They're both from the same spots, and they must know each other.
Well, I mean, from different sides of New York State, certainly. I think the Graysons closer to New York City, and Epics and Connors closer to the upstate of New York. But either way, there's that territorial pride. Who's the best tag team in New York? Who's on the come-up? Who do all the magazines and the newsletters and the dirt sheet writers want to cover?
Yeah, look at all those washboard abs over there. Yeah. That's what I have, but I have a load of towels in.
There's no denying how physically fit JP Grayson is, and certainly Tommy Grayson as well. And that work they put in speaks to the reasoning why Johnny Cashmere plucked these gentlemen from, I don't want to say obscurity, because that's a little bit too much.
But he saw something.
Yeah. I mean, I met the Graysons back in 2017, and they've been working diligently since then, but really haven't been able to break through that upper echelon that they have now that Johnny Cashmere has brought their attitude and mindset to that next level.
Johnny Cashmere is a name that people recognize, and when he puts his stamp of approval on you, people take notice. And while the Graysons were wrestling, going places as a team, it wasn't until Cashmere saw them, found them, brought out this nasty side to them, they really started getting noticed.
Backseat elbow a moment ago. I think their hip swivel needs a little bit pacing issues, but be that as it may. Tommy Grayson now firing away. But, you know, when I think about tag team innovation in independent wrestling in that particular era, early 2000s, I think of three teams. I think of Jay and Mark Briscoe.
Yes.
I think of the Maximo Brothers, the SAT. And I think of the Backseat Boys. And that is rare company to be in.
Now, Grayson's bestowed upon them the backseat name. That's 2.
Yeah, I mean, think about the fact the Backseat Boys never signed a contract.
Nope.
They never had a television run, and really never realized their fullest potential because, unfortunately, the untimely passing of Trent Acid at a young age. But they've left such an indelible mark on this industry that speaks to what they were able to do in such a short amount of time. Imagine what the full potential of the Backseat Boys could have been, and it could be what Tommy and JP can realize on their behalf.
Absolutely. Oh, there's just giant knee.
TJ Epic's trying to fight out of the corner.
TJ with some elbows and some feet.
Surrounded by Graysons. Oh, there's that power of JP. And a full power slam. We saw the Graysons win that Boxing Day blowout matchup over the Philly Marino Experience back on December 26th.
Yeah, there's no lack of tag team talent here. Look out.
And that's the acid reflux. Into the cover, 2 count only.
TJ really needs to make that tag. Get out of that spot. He's in troubled waters over here.
Well, CXR has everything to gain in this matchup here. I believe their first time up here, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And the Backseats have already carved that reputation. They already are, I think, in the eyes of many. I would say so. I think it'd be hard for you to deny the most potential out of any young tag team we've seen here in the past year or two.
Well, absolutely. And we had them up before they got the backseat name placed upon them. And they were good. But now they're just...
Now they're special.
They're special. They're seasoned. They've had their reps, and they certainly know what they're doing. TJ going to the top, trying to... Whoa!
A leaping tag!
Roll tag!
Here comes the intensity of Tail Connor, a county all-star soccer player that wound up taking him from the United States to Italy to compete. Now competing in Greektown and putting it all on the line.
Just unbelievable kicks. Clearly a soccer player based on these kicks.
And this has been a chance Chael has waited all matchup to show out. Wow. Vertical leap into the cutter. Could that be all? 2-0. And we've talked all night about potential upsets. I don't know if I call this an upset if CXR wins. These men, as we mentioned, traveled similar paths, maybe a step or two in the rear view of what the Graysons have done, but maybe just as good. Check out the replay, that high-impact action once again as Connors looks to finish on JP Grayson, who's looking kamikaze. Shades of another tag team legend. Standing Spanish fly, there's some Maximo action.
Broken up again by Tommy.
It's like a love letter to tag team wrestling. Tommy Grayson, he's a spitfire. He's a loudmouth. He wears his heart and mind on his sleeve unapologetically. And a tip-up. Here comes Connors. And check out this double team offense. My God.
Gotta say it. It's a cliche, but innovative offense by CXR tonight. A lot of stuff I haven't seen before. Look
In
out.
and out from all directions. And looking to end this thing. I think they were looking for that beer money. That move inspired James Storm and Robert Roode, but to the outside goes Epics. And now it's 2 Graysons. It's one member of CXR, and there's only one way to call this. The T-Gimmick, a backseat staple for over 2 decades.
There it is. What a match.
Here are your winners, JP and Tommy Grayson, the Backseat Boys.
You know, Joe,